Hello everybody, this is Greg29407 back with another edition of Shroud of the Avatar. Well, we are with Killdozer today, and we are in the town of Harvest, which is in the northwestern section of the map. And there's a quest here called the House on the Hill that I wanted to go over today. It's a haunted house map. If you've never been to Harvest, Harvest is named very on the nose. It's in perpetual autumn, and it's a farming community with a lot of harvesting things going on. A lot of farming, a lot of barrels and crates and autismal type things, I guess you would say. Um, this is close to the Escard and the Norvards and everything up in that section of town. It's a very nice little town. It's just over halfway full with players. It's an NPC town, of course. This is a town lot that someone actually has claimed. There are still quite a few lots that are available here, primarily on the outskirts of town, though. The insides of town is it's pretty well full, I think. There's a decent number of vendors here and that type thing, and then there's a central area with the bar and the crafting and that kind of thing. Anyway, the mission we're going to do today is called House on the Hill, and it's a spooky type thing. It's a late night haunted house mission, and what you need to do is you need to come here and just seek out little children. There's a lot of little kids in the game. So here's one. You're not a kobold, so maybe I'll talk to you. Let's see what his name is. They call me Child. And yes, every child in Harvest is named Child, at least as of the time of this video. And I think they've already redone this map, so I'm not sure if this is just going to stay as Child, but that's the way it is. So let's talk to him, chat him up a little bit and see what happens. Something about kobolds. Kobolds will knock you down and rip open your spleen and punch and crunch it. Okay, he's a normal little kid. Let's see if we can help him. Don't need any help. What's his job? He can sweep. Okay, that's really good. Let's see. I'm going to type in the word witch. There's a ghost of a witch that haunts the house on the hill. Everyone knows about the witch. She's a legend around Harvest. Let's see. When she was alive, this witch had a daughter. Her daughter was playing with the local children in the evening, but they went crazy for some reason and beat the daughter to death. That seems extreme, but okay. And even though the witch died decades ago, her ghost comes back every night and kidnaps anyone foolish enough to enter the house on the hill and tortures them for all eternity. So let's see, House on the Hill. Everyone knows about the House on the Hill. It's by the west exit of Harvest, which is the default exit. Go south from the Traveler's Nest and look for it near the windmills. But don't go there at night or the witch will get you. And that, excuse me, that's the secret of this mission. You have to wait until nighttime for it to work. But we have to have this kid actually give us the mission first. So we'll check on Harvest and that kind of thing. Sometimes he'll just, let's see, we click on witch again. So sometimes the little kid will give you something and sometimes he won't. So I'm just going to type in the word dare. There we go. You know the House on the Hill, the west side of Harvest? They say a ghost of a witch lives there and she comes out at night to kidnap any boys and girls within sight of her house and tortures them forever. I bet you're not brave enough to go there. I dare you to go to the house on the hill at night and stay there until the witch's ghost is gone. And up here on our little thing it says, stay in house on hill until the witch is gone. So we got the mission. A child dared me to enter the haunted house at night. Location of house on the hill is marked on the compass. So it's a shame you have to force the kid to tell you what you want him to tell you, but we had to do that twice. But that's just the way it is. So a lot of these missions may be a little too clever for their own good. They expect you to kind of know what they want you to tell them before you tell them, which I don't know. But anyway, we get the mission, which is important. Unfortunately, it's now dawn, so I chose the wrong time to come into town. So let's go reconnoiter her house anyway and see what it looks like. So we're going to go this way. Again, it's a pretty nice little town. This is the same basic map as a lot of towns, including Escard. They just jazzed it up a little bit to make it look a little more like a farming community. It's a nice house there. I like that. Well, let's head on out to the outskirts of town. If you've been to Escard before, you know there's a big wall here because that's in a battleground, so it's a walled city. Let's head on over here. I was surprised that there's a lot of empty lots over here. These were taken up fairly recently. In fact, the one straight ahead, this lot up here, was taken up like last week. But here's a decent sized lot that's available, and then I think there's 3 lots over here that's available. Let's check the map. Let's see what the map shows us. Come on. There we go. Yeah, there's a big town lot. It says it's owned, but it's not. It's no longer claimed. And there's a few more lots up here that these are no longer claimed. So quite a few lots over here. There's only 2 though on this side that are claimed right now. Nice section of town. I've seen this area when all these lots were claimed, and it looks much more lived in. But right up there is the house on the hill. And as the kid told us, next to the windmills and that kind of thing. So let's go up to this house on the hill. And again, if we came on the entrance is right over here. We could just zoom right on over there. I think we'll walk around, take the more scenic route. Ooh, look at that house up there. Wow. That's something. I think it was one of those gold houses. It's sited very well on that lot. Looks very nice. Alrighty, so here's the house on the hill over here. And in the daytime, it's perfectly normal. It just looks like just a regular house. This is not claimed by someone. This isn't an available lot. It's just, you know, an NPC house. So we'll go inside here. And it's an abandoned house. And there's a back door. So it's a small house. So what we will do, that's the entire house right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until nighttime, and we'll enter this house, and we will have a very different experience when we enter the house at night. So I'm going to put this on pause while we wait for the to cycle all the way through to evening, and so we'll be back in just a few minutes. Well, while I was waiting, I thought I'd come up here to the this top hill and look down on all the city of Harvest, and you can see where the city itself is. We're down here in the middle section of town. The main entrance is over there, and there's those windmills, and the house on the hill is over here. And you can see where the city center is, and the docks and everything over here. And you can see there's some decent lots available still down here. The majority is over here. There's part of this over here is walled off, I guess, from enemies and things like that. But I'm up here next to this gigantic house, and look at this thing. This is on a castle lot. And this is called the Grand Chateau City. And this thing is huge. So I thought I'd take a chance to go in here and take a look at this. This is they don't sell this anymore. And I hope whoever owns this house doesn't mind me walking through his house. But this sucker is huge. Look at this thing. This is beautiful. And it's got all these columns and everything over here. And this looks like some kind of an Italian villa type thing. So you can walk around through here. They've got all of this stuff in here. Look at this. You can see down on all your neighbors and look down on all that. But there's even more. There's a couple more floors above this. So we come up here. There's this giant room. This huge ceiling up here. And then you can go up even higher. Look at this. Wow. Now I recently bought the Twin Spires mansion, which fits on the city lot. And I thought, man, I am in the height of luxury. But then you come to something like this, it's like, holy smokes, this is huge. I think we can put my Twin Spires house inside the top floor of this one. Yikes. This thing is really nice. Yeah, whoever has this is living in high cotton, I'll tell you that. Although I think they spend all their money on the house because they have no furniture in here. But this is really something. I really like this a lot. But again, I think this is one of the things that they used to sell, and it's not available anymore. You can probably buy it on the forums or something. But one other thing I noticed, look at the mountain, look at the hill over there. That looks terrible. That looks awful. I have my settings moved back down to the lowest level. I had them moved up to medium level, and it was much nicer. But just in the last couple of days, I was starting to get a lot of hard freezes in the game, where I was having to restart over and over and over again. It became unplayable, so I had to move it back down to the lowest setting, and that looks awful. That's embarrassing looking. I mean, it just looks unfinished, so that's not good. Now I'm sure it's quite a distance away, but still, that's just not so good. Let's see, how do we get back down here? I don't want this guy to show up or have his alarm system. Oh, here we go. So this is the front door. And you can get your yard all fixed up and everything. This is on a castle lot too, which is real. This is the biggest lot you can have. But then if you come back here, they have another floor down here with more rooms and things like that. I guess this is the servants' quarters. Oh man, what's down here? Holy cow. All sorts of rooms in this thing. I guess you could have like a whole rooming house if you wanted to rent this thing out. And then there's the back door to get you back outside. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool. I have not seen this kind of house in the game before. Well, I'd seen them, but I've never gone inside of them before. And it's really beautiful. I'm sure that if they're available in the forums, they're probably very expensive. But that is some kind of house. Anyway, when we come back, it'll be, see, it's afternoon now. When we get back, it'll be dusk or evening, and we'll start on the house on the hill. Okay, well, it just turned to evening time. We're outside the old house on the hill. Let's see what happens when we walk in here. Ooh, there we go. Just walking in the front door made all the difference in the world. Alrighty. Well, now our front door is blocked up. You find yourself trapped in the house on the hill. And notice there's a clock in the background. You can hear it. And that's not the clock in my house this time. That's actually a clock in the game. And that's kind of one of the keys to this. So here's that back door. We're going to need to break through those wall. Now, a couple of things. Right now, Killdozer only has 370 in health and 340 in focus. And if we look at his powers, he's not very high level. I have this nice clockwork armor, but this is really store-bought. So I don't have any real bonuses or anything else on it. I'm in the process of saving up a bunch of iron ore so I can make some meteoric iron armor and then put these eternal patterns on top of it so he'll be pretty tough. But right now he's kind of low level. He's adventure level 53. And I say that, yes, I am making excuses up front for my poor future performance in this mission that I think we're going to have. All right, so this is no longer a back door. We're going into some kind of deep dungeon. I have done this mission before on Tiffany, who is level 70, and she went through this without much problem. And also with Dodge Raider, who's level 60 and has ranged attacks. He did okay. But 53, I don't know. I usually mainly use this character for doing these videos. So we're a little low level. I'm not sure how we're going to do, but we'll see. Okay, there's a ghost here. We're not doing much damage at all here. Okay, this these ghosts can heal themselves up, which can be bad for us. May not be putting out enough damage. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I don't like when these things can heal themselves up. Boy, oh boy, that took up almost everything we had. Not a hard fight, but just he kept healing back up. Alright, let's see if we can touch this thing. There we go. Okay. Now, there are a lot of clocks in this thing. And some of these clocks, like that one, we can set the time. So it goes to midnight. And I think there's like 6 or maybe 7 of those that we can do that with. So, and once we do that, then we'll bring the old witch out to fight. So let's see. We got to heal ourselves up because that goes to quite a number on us. There's some ghosts in here. There's a bunch of zombies in here. There's spiders too. So I think we're gonna have a hard time with this, but we will see. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get some of our bonuses here. And again, we are relying on being a tank in a non-tank game and all melee attacks. So we're going to have our work cut out for us on this. So now this room down here has a bunch of zombies in it. I'm going to use this so we can see a little bit better. We're going to want to find all these clocks that we can. Okay, so let's see. That's number 2. We were able to move. I might turn on all these torches too, just in case. Now there's elaborate hallways through here, but it's not that difficult because it always branches off onto two ways in each level, but they always come back to the middle. Now this is a room we do not want to go in. This is like a big distance here. I'm going to turn off the my night vision. So you can see way down there is a bunch of lights and stuff. We do not want to go down there at all. Try and do this so we can keep the atmosphere going. So we kind of came back up the stairs. So again, this is the hallway we took originally. That's the staircase back up to the beginning. So it all kind of goes around. So we'll keep coming, folding itself back on itself. And here's a room in here. And this shows us there's a spider room down there, which we're going to have to go in. And those spiders are tough. We may not survive the spiders. So then we're going to come down this way. And there's a spider room. Okay. These spiders are going to be tough with their poison. I want to kill them as fast as possible. In real life, I'm not scared of spiders at all, but in this game, they kind of freak me out because they're so dangerous. All right. There's a bunch more spiders down there, which I don't want to mess with if I don't have to. But here comes one. going to be very conservative in my approach to these things. Because that poison can get right through all my defenses here. I'm missing an awful lot, too. Miss, 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 miss. I don't like that. I hate missing in this game. There's another one. Yeah, so he's getting the best of me now. I think we can kill this guy. Come on. Alright. That was 4. That should do it. There's a bunch of these pods down here which we do not want to mess with if we don't have to. More of the spiders. But I do want to go ahead and skin these suckers and get some of this loot off of them. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and try and heal up as much as we can. And there's another clock down here too. So there's a pod we want to avoid. There's a pod over there. There's a clock right down here. So we've done 2 clocks, I think. I always need to keep track of how many we've done. Oh well. Okay, that's what we need to change. Good. Okay, let's try and avoid these spiders. Go down this hallway. Let's see what's down here first. Okay, now if we follow this staircase back out, this takes us back to, that's the entrance where we fought the spiders. So again, all these hallways, they keep doubling back on each other, so you won't get really lost. You may get a little turned around a bit, but you'll be okay. Now right here, through here is where the witch is. So we're going to need to get all the clocks turned to midnight so we can get in there. Let's go down this way, and this takes us back up here. Okay. There's a hallway right here. Here's some crying in the background. Okay, here's a clock. Let's see, that would be number 3 or 4. Heck. Now, I think this is a fake. Yeah, I think this is one of these fake things that's going to attack us. Yeah. It was a high-level thing, too. Jeez Louise. I don't want to fight this guy. Heck. Man, I hate missing. Look at all the, every time I hit this something, it goes miss. Come on now. Jeez Louise. Alright, I didn't get much loot out of that either. Okay, let's go back around here. There's another room down this way. I don't know if turning on these torches does anything, but it's, you know. Now, I'm going to turn back on my things so you can see a little bit better here. You see these platforms. Jumping from these platforms, that, from what I can tell, does nothing. You can jump onto that thing, but it doesn't get you anywhere, and you can't really jump anywhere else. And if you fall down there, you will die. So this is kind of like the other place we were at before was right up here. So it seemed like you'd be able to do some kind of jumps and stuff, maybe eventually, but right now that doesn't get you anywhere. So it's kind of like a false thing. Okay, but here's the clock room. And this is where the rest of the clocks are. We're going to adjust. Let's see any clocks we can move around. Okay, there's one. Turn the light on. There's one. Okay, that may be it. Let's go back to that gate. I should have kept better track of how many it is. I always do that. So, oh, how many was that the right number? Well, we'll see. Aha! Okay, the gate is open. So when we go in here, we're going to have to fight this ghost of the witch. And I'm not sure how this is going to work, how this is going to go. But we'll see, because I don't have any range powers. She's going to appear right there. All right, let's go for it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Come on, get unstunned. Come on. All right, so far so good. My health is doing okay, but my focus is going down. I got a potion for that if I need it. I feel sorry for this ghost. She's upset because her daughter got murdered by those other children. Got her. All right, so that wasn't too bad, even though she was. I didn't get too much stuff here. Even though she was orange to me, that wasn't too tough. Let's see if there's anything else in here. I don't think there's anything else in this room. All right. I think that's pretty much it. So let's go back out and see if we can exit out. When in doubt, always go up to get out. I'm going to turn back off my night vision. It's a door again. So we're headed back out into Harvest. And it's late night, but we have completed the task. I think there should be more the treasure to that. So again, that's where the tunnels and everything were. So we're back in the normal setting. So that is the House on the Hill mission. I like the mission. It's a little creepy, and but there's not any real treasure for it really. But that is it. So yeah, I got nothing else to say about that. That's it was a nice creepy mission, but not much of a payoff at the end. But But we did take on an orange character and did okay for ourselves. So we did better than I thought. I didn't die at all. So until next time. We're not done yet. We need to go back and tell a child that we finished the dare. That's right. We're going to get something for this, I think. Because, of course, it doesn't matter if we killed the ghost of a witch, but at least we got to brag to some random child about it. Otherwise, it doesn't really count. So let's see if we can find some kid wandering around late night, even though the sun's coming up, but it's still considered late night, and see if we can impress them with our prowess of fighting the ghost of a witch. And I think they've actually placed more children on this map specifically so you can find them easier. And there he is. Look, he's waving his little sparkler hand. I wonder if this kid is named Child as well. Look at the scaredy cat. You failed the dare, didn't you? Nya, you got scared of the house on the hill. Wait, you did it? You stayed in the house on the hill until the witch was gone? That's awesome. I can't wait to tell the other children. We got 4,000 XP. There we go. And then she's just going to keep telling us more of the same stuff. Let's see what her name is. They call her, yes, her name is Child as well. All right. So that is now that is the end of the house on the hill. So we got 4,000 XP, which is nice. I could use that. So that is going to do it for us. Until next time, this is Greg29407, along with Killdozer and our friend Child, saying arrivederci, and we will see you next time.